Siamo molto curiosi di sapere in che cosa consiste la tua scelta di cultura taoista, che cosa significa essere un medico di medicina cinese di formazione taoista e qual è stata la tua formazione con la tua crescita culturale.
I come from a Daoist background. My adopted grandfather was a Daoist priest. And my adopted grandfather adopted my father during the Second World War. And it's from my grandfather that I had the training in Taoism and also being ordained into Daoist priesthood. And in Taoism, you have 4 basic trainings that we undergo. There's the training in Taoist divination, which includes physiognomy, feng shui, geomancy, palm reading. Then we also have training in the Taoist classics. And the Taoist classic, of course, includes the popular books that are known in the West on Taoist philosophy, like the Tao Te Ching. But it also includes a lot of other Taoist writings that is not as commonly seen in the West as well. And then the third thing we get training in are the Taoist rituals and the rites. And a lot of the rituals and the rites are just physical ceremonies to demonstrate philosophical ideas. Then the last training, the last type of training is in Chinese healing, medical healing. So I was trained in all of these different components of Taoist training. And at the age of 12, I was ordained as a priest. And then at the age of 16, I was allowed to practice. And growing up in New York, there was no temple of Taoism at that time. And what had happened was I began to study also, I was also studying martial arts at that time. And a lot of times in martial arts schools, you have a lot of people that develop injuries. So the most common thing that I could use was really medicine. So it was like, among all the things I learned, it was medicine that found me instead of me finding medicine. And then I began to teach Tai Chi to senior citizen centers. And then later on, I began to teach Tai Chi for adult education. And some of the students that came to study Tai Chi were acupuncturists in New York. And then they began to invite me to teach separate classes just on acupuncture. And it's from there that I began teaching acupuncture to the community. And one of the students that I taught, she was the president of the Association of Acupuncture in New York. And she gave my name to the National Association. And then the National Association invited me to teach at one of their conventions. And it's from there that I began to teach nationally in the United States.
Jeffrey, siamo molto curiosi di capire finalmente se esiste una differenza tra quella che si chiama medicina classica cinese e quella che oggi viene definita medicina tradizionale cinese. E ancora di più, se pensi che possa avere la medicina classica cinese un futuro sia nel mondo occidentale che in Cina.
Well, the big difference between TCM and classical Chinese medicine is that TCM is an attempt to systematize all of the richness that's available in classical Chinese medicine. And of course, the reason and the rationale for why they need to do that is to try to develop a very coherent system similar to Western medicine. Whereas classical Chinese medicine is based a lot more on the diversity and different styles, family traditions, and different approaches to working with the individual. And TCM, like Western medicine, tends to focus more on a condition or pattern rather than the individual. In terms of the future of classical Chinese medicine, I do believe that there is now a resurgence of the need for people to recognize that there's more than just TCM. And the only way that can be achieved is that students of TCM has to realize that there is other ways of practicing Chinese medicine. And that can only be achieved when you have teachers that are aware of different approaches, teachers like you who are willing to share that information to awaken students that they do understand that there are many different ways of practicing Chinese medicine.
Jeffrey, ci preme sapere, poiché la nostra collaborazione durerà ancora molti anni, noi ci auguriamo, quali saranno i temi che intendi affrontare, al di là del fatto che sarebbe nostra intenzione concentrarci su aspetti poco noti in Occidente, come l'esame dei polsi o lo studio dei classici.
Well, first of all, I want to thank AMSA for inviting me to be part of the Italian acupuncture community for these last 11 years. And I hope that during these last 11 years I've been able to present thoughts to allow the Italian acupuncture community to really think about the acupuncture that they practice. And I think he would agree with me that acupuncture is about transforming not only the client or the patient, but also transforming the practitioner who practice acupuncture. So in my heart, what I like to really offer as a continuation is really acupuncture that I believe helps in transformation. So I myself would enjoy teaching things on alchemy, and I can understand that if we teach the classics, it will definitely enhance the students' ability to become more innovative in their thinking. Because the classics is the foundation of Chinese medicine, but in my opinion, most importantly, is to get the practitioner to change themselves. It's that transformation that I think inspires their patients to change and heal.
Thank you. Certamente Jeffrey, il tuo compito è sicuramente riuscito, perché siamo e ci sentiamo dei medici diversi e in continua trasformazione, e siamo assolutamente certi che grazie ai tuoi insegnamenti e a quelli dei classici saremo sempre più prossimi al nostro cuore e a quello dei pazienti.
Then my mission is complete.
Assolutamente sì.
As a priest, I'm also a missionary.
Però è compiuta, ma siccome ci sono persone più lente come me, deve continuare nel tempo.
I think for all of us.
Grazie.
Grazie.